this is still like an international city of Mumbai, where a lot of travelers come from foreign countries also. Where in worldwide we are seeing an upgradation in the water transport system. We are seeing Ro-Ro, we are seeing water taxis, high speed boat. But in a city like Mumbai, we are still seeing boats which are made of wooden boats. We are seeing, so they are more vulnerable during such collision. A high speed boat of Navy which was commuting at a speed of 25 to 30 nautical miles per hour. That kind of a speed, when it had a collision, it was the most vulnerable. And of course, the infrastructure of the boat also mattered a lot, because it was a wooden boat. It actually shrunk in the water, and then the disaster has happened.
Did the Indian Navy have clearance for this testing?
So usually during peak hours, the Navy personnel do not do their testing. But why is it happened? So this question remains to be answered. And for this, we have also reached out to the Navy people, and they have just told us that we have had all the clearances. And because of that, they went for the testing.
Hello and welcome to the Indian Express. I'm Charulata Biswas and I'm being joined by Sweetie, our senior correspondent from the state of Maharashtra. And she will be bringing us all the details about the boat mishap that happened yesterday off the Mumbai coast. A ferry that had 110 passengers capsized after a Navy speedboat hit it. And 4 Navy personnel, including 10 others, were killed in the mishap. Sweetie, my first question to you is, what's the update as of now? How many people have been rescued and how many are in the hospital right now receiving medical attention?
Right, Charulata, almost over 100 people have been rescued in the yesterday's accident that was reported in the sea, and 13 people have been killed in this mishap, which includes 4 are Navy personnel. And apart from this, 1 is critical and also getting treatment in the Navy hospital. So, talking about the incident, at 4 o'clock yesterday, this mishap was reported, and then 11 crafts of Navy and other personnel were pressed into action, and the rescue operation was going on. It continued, and it is still ongoing. A few people are still being, getting search operation is still on. So, this was one of the deadliest accident that has happened inside the sea after there was a collision by the Navy speedboat, and then it collided with the ferry boat, which was carrying over 100 passengers. So it was one of the deadliest accident that has happened, and that has seen the city of Mumbai, which is having over 100 of kilometer of the coastal line. So yes, after that, the chief minister also gave a statement to the media saying that 5 lakh rupees have been given as a financial assistance to the families who got affected, who have been killed. So those all announcements have been made. So Navy is also investigating what exactly had happened, why this collision was happened. As per the preliminary reports, which have been informed by the Navy personnel, saying that the testing of the engine was going on, and for that they were doing the testing inside the sea. At that time, the collision has happened. They lost the control of the speedboat on which the speed testing was going on of that particular engine. So. That made the mishap, and during that testing, it had hit the passenger ferry boat, which was carrying over 100 passengers. Charulata.
Okay. So, Sweetie, of course, the Navy has given their statement on this particular incident. But tell our viewers about whether or not there was a clearance of this testing, because as we know, it was peak hours, and there were ferries, not just one, but many of them. Did the Indian Navy have clearance for this testing?
Yes, as per the officials, they were telling that they had all the clearances. But obviously, the fishermen or the people who are involved in this business of the ferry boats, they were wondering why this testing was done in a peak hour, because this is a dedicated route, Elephanta and Mandwa, where thousands of passengers usually travel on a daily basis. This is a tourist place. A lot of people also come for cruising. It's in half an hour cruising. They get the facility and everything. So usually during peak hours, the Navy personnel do not do their testing. But why is it happened? So this question remains to be answered. And for this, we have also reached out to the Navy people, and they have just told us that we have had all the clearances, and because of that, they went for the testing. But apart from that, it is a part of an investigation. What made the boat out of control? Because it was an engine, the testing was ongoing. But the fishermen and the local people who are actually into the business are wondering why this testing was done, especially in the peak hours, and that too in on a route where we see heavy passengers movement. Charulata. So yes.
Absolutely. Sweetie, and aftermath of the boat accident is the broader conversation, like your report says, is about maritime safety and also the traffic congestion. Can you talk to me about that?
Yes, we have spoken to the experts who are into this service, who are providing water taxi service from Gateway of India and from other jetties. So they are saying ki at a time more than 100 plus, like more than 200 to 300 boats are inside the harbor, but there is no check from the authorities ki what type of traffic control, how they are monitoring these boats. Because at a time these boats are moving, then how a watch is being kept. But apart from that, there is only a watch on the bigger ships which are carrying the GPS systems. But when we are talking about the Gateway of India, it is a tourist place where we will see a lot of ferry boats, smaller boats. This is still like an international city of Mumbai, where a lot of travelers come from foreign countries also. Where in the worldwide we are seeing an upgradation in the water transport system. We are seeing Ro-Ro, we are seeing water taxis, high speed boat. But in a city like Mumbai, we are still seeing boats which are made of wooden boats. We are seeing, so they are more vulnerable during such collision. A high speed boat of Navy, which was commuting at a speed of 25 to 30 nautical miles per hour. That kind of a speed, when it had a collision, it was the most vulnerable. And of course, the infrastructure of the boat also mattered a lot because it was a wooden boat. It actually shrunk in the water, and then the disaster has happened. So a question is being raised, why there has been no upgrade in the infrastructure facility also of the boats like a city of Mumbai. So yes, a question is being raised on the traffic, how it is being controlled by the authorities. Is there any regulation or not? So the fishermen who are into the business, the water taxi service providers are claiming that there has been no upgradation in terms of traffic. There has been no upgradation in terms of the facilities that the boats are operating. So a question is being raised on the securities and the risk, how the passengers are being actually, ferried from one place to another. The authorities are being asked all these things.
All right.
So the question remains.
All right, absolutely. And we will wait for the investigation to get over, and we'll then have the exact reason why this happened, why the driver lost control of the Navy speedboat. Thank you so much, Sweetie, for joining me in this conversation. And thank you, viewers, for joining me. We'll keep getting you all the details on the story. So stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to keep getting all the updates. Thank you so much for watching.